Welcome to Growth and Progress Vlogs. I just wanted to, something crazy happened last night. So I just want to share that with you. But first of all, I just want to shout out to all of my 21 subscribers as of today, June 22nd. I think I had 21 subscribers. But like five of my subscribers are from when like my daughter was uploading to YouTube, so technically you're not all mine, but you know, shout out to you all. But in particular, I want to shout out to a little lady named Lexi. She's been, watching my videos, and she says that she loves Jesus, and I think that that's amazing. So I just want to encourage her and say hi, and keep, seeking after Jesus. I wanted to ask you if you want me to pray for you about anything. You can just comment and ask me, and I will pray for you. If you have any particular thing that you want me to pray for you about, and I'll pray for you. Or I think I said this in several videos ago. I was gonna post my information so that people can reach out to me if they want for any reason, without having to have it like public comment. So I'll probably post. I'm sure you're young, Lexi, so I don't know if you have an email address or not, but if you do, I'll attach my email in the bio of this video, okay, so that you can email me if you want to. But don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble with your parents, okay? Technically, I am a stranger, so don't get in trouble. But anyways, yeah. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Lexi. Keep seeking Jesus, and keep, reading your Bible and praying, and ask me if you have any kind of questions, okay? Look at me. I'm not a great multitasker. I almost went through a red light. It's not the first time that I've almost, had an accident trying to record videos while I drive. But we're not going to talk about that. Also, yeah, I look crazy. I just got out of work, so I'm sorry. Apologize for all this. But you know what? I'm like always looking crazy in like all of my videos. So, this is what I look like. You guys are used to it by now, I'm sure. Yeah, but anyways. Okay, so let me put the arrow. I want to talk about, so I'm kind of going through some stuff with my daughter. She's going through it. We're going through it right now. So the other day, she fell asleep, and we've been having some rough few days, like just to be honest. Maybe once we get past it, like, I want to be open and honest with you guys, but I just, some things we'll talk about like once it's done and over with, once we have that testimony of Jesus getting us through it, then we'll go from there. But yeah, so we've been having a rough week, to be honest. And I don't know, like, we just have to make some changes because of the things that are going on, the things that we're struggling with right now. So she's mad at me because I'm enforcing some new rules, right? She's 14 and she's upset, but I'm like trying to, still show her that, I'm trying not to be mad at her all the time, like I don't want to be fighting. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just like looking at myself and I look crazy. It's like frizzy up here and yeah. Anyways, but yeah, like, so she's mad at me and then she's like happy with me, but then she remembers that she's mad at me. So we're kind of back and forth, okay? But before she went to bed, she ended up laying with me somehow, and we had kind of a rough day, but she still ended up coming. She came in, she slept on my bed, and when she was sleeping, I was praying for her, and I put my hand on her head, and when I did that, it was like, so the Lord started speaking to me through me, but about her, and he gave me some revelation on what's happening, like some, not complete, like he didn't tell me everything, but he gave me a little bit of what's going on with her, mentally and emotionally, and he gave me instruction. It's weird that, like, I know how crazy it sounds, because I know, like, when I am praying for, like, when I've prayed for the ladies at Bible study and everything, usually I'm putting my hands on them, like on their back or on their, well, actually, I think, yeah, I haven't really put my hand on anyone's head to pray, except for my children. But like, yeah, when I do that, usually like the Lord will speak through me to them. But I know it sounds crazy as well, but like I can pray when I'm by myself, and he speaks through me to me as well. I don't know. It's weird. I have like a really interesting relationship with God, or I don't know. The way we communicate is just different. Sometimes he'll speak directly in my head to me, or I've heard him audibly, or I've heard him, like that quiet. I've heard him loud in my head, and I've heard him quiet in my head, and I've heard him audibly, and I've now this new thing, like ever since the moment that the Lord told me that he was going to start moving me in the prophetic stuff, like he wanted me to prophesy, and again, I am not saying that I'm a prophet. I just want to be clear there. I feel like everybody can move in some sort of level of the prophetic. We just have to tap into that, and I mean, honestly, you need the revelation of that too. But like, ever since that moment though, I remember I was fasting, because it was like before Bible study, and I was fasting, and then I was praying, and I was just in a moment where I was praying with the Lord, and then he spoke to me through me, like as if I was prophesying to the ladies. So kind of basically the first, like, I was so nervous about doing it, like when at Bible study, but technically he already moved me in that, like with myself, if that makes, it's weird, like, and I don't even understand like how it just happened. And I know like I wasn't just saying stuff, like I wasn't just saying random things like to encourage myself. Like he was actually speaking things to me, and I was crying at it, and he reminded me of some stuff. Even just now thinking about it, like he reminded me of some stuff that we've been through, like me and Holy Spirit relationship. He was reminding me, and he was encouraging me about trusting in him with this whole area that he's moving me in, that he's this thing that he's starting me up in, and so technically I before I prophesied, or before I allowed God to use me in Bible study, I started it with myself already. So you figure that out. I don't know. Like, I just know that it's real, because the things that, whenever I allow him to do that, the things that he says are pretty powerful. And actually, the other day, like a few days ago, I was letting myself, I was letting him speak through me to me while I was at work, because it's really loud where I work. So I wear like the ear muff things, and like I'm mostly by myself, but like there's people like on forklifts and in a machine that's kind of like far, like off a little bit of a distance. So I was just praying, and I was allowing the Holy Spirit to speak through me to me, and it got pretty intense, to where like I started to feel his presence so hard while he was speaking through me, that I had to like lean over a box, because I was like, I would have fell on the ground. And when I was doing that, like leaning over a box, I know that one of my coworkers saw me and I was just trying to play it off, but like I had to lean over the box, or else they were gonna think that like I was having some sort of heat stroke or something. So I was like, I tried to play it off, but like I felt that presence so strong in that moment when he was talking to me through me. And I understand how crazy that sounds, but like, grasp it if you can. I don't know, like, believe me, don't believe me, whatever, but like, I know it sounds crazy to me. It's crazy too, but like, that's just what's been happening. And also, since we're on this subject, now at this moment, it's been a few weeks, like a couple weeks since this happened. But when I lay down, like, I usually start praying in tongues. Like, before I fall asleep, I'm usually always praying in tongues or singing in tongues. Just, I don't know, it's just become a thing that I do. But it was weird, because I was doing a little bit of the same, where I was praying in tongues just normally, and I was talking to the Lord. Like, I was praying in tongues, and I was praying like in English or Spanish, whatever language I don't know. And then I was singing in tongues, which I always do. I do regularly, like, sing in tongues to the Lord, just, and but this thing happened. So I was praying in tongues, and they kind of like, when I when I was singing in tongues, and when I sing in tongues, sometimes they switch, like, different songs, like just how there's songs in English, like all the different types of songs. Like, when I sing in tongues, they'll switch up, like it'll be like different songs, like it's not always the same song. Sometimes I do have songs that I repeat, and it's like I don't remember, like I know that Like if I'm trying to think of it right now, I can't remember the song, but like all of a sudden I'll get the same song in tongues come again. And then other times it's just completely different like beat, different rhythm to it. Like I said in a different video, like I've rapped in tongues before twice. That was still crazy to me. But yeah, I don't know. But anyways, what I was saying is, so I was laying on my bed, I was singing in tongues, and the tongues they started to sound different, like a different song, which wasn't weird to me because, you know, like I'm saying, they switch up. Like the songs that I sing in tongues, they tend to be different. You know, there tends to be a variety of songs. But when I was praying, when I was singing in tongues this particular night, honestly, it's been like 2 weeks since this happened. I don't remember like what was going on, or if anything was going on. I was just doing my normal thing where I'm, you know, about to fall asleep, and I'm just doing my thing with the Lord, right? So all of a sudden though, I'm singing and they sound different than normal, but all of a sudden I literally started to see words, like, and it's different because like word for word, I saw word for word, like words actually form in my head, and then I just said the words, and then more and more and more kept coming, which was like the same as kind of when I would like the times that I have prayed for the ladies and the Lord speaks through me, and like, you know, I was so worried about like the first word and stuff, what to say, and I just waited on the Lord, and then he gave me like, either he would give me like a first word, or he would give me like the picture, and I would just say the word of the whatever I saw, like, and I'd go from there. But this was different because I word for word saw like words forming, and I sang what I saw the words say. I sang them. So like I sang in tongues, like a sentence or a couple sentences, few sentences, whatever. And then all of a sudden words started literally appearing in my head. And so I sang the words, the word that I saw, and then the next word, and then the next word, and then after that it kind of flowed a little bit better. But like I saw several words, which is different. Like that didn't happen where I saw words. Like when I prayed for these ladies, like that I've prayed for, that was new for me. Like I haven't seen word like several words in a row, like that never happened before. So that was crazy, and I was like, that almost like woke me up, because like I was, you know, tired, and I like woke up and I'm like, wow, what? That's crazy. And so I was excited about that, like and I mean, I want to continue to flow in that, because that's amazing. Like that was pretty awesome. Even though, if you ever hear me sing, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Right now I tell you, I'm sorry. Because I do not have the voice, but you know, it was cool. It was amazing. It was like shocking. But yeah. So I don't know, like, and I know that there's people who do have that like prophetic worship or something. I don't know. But it's kind of funny because like the last time when I prayed for the Bible study group, I think I'm not sure if I mentioned, but like in those moments where I was scared, like where I couldn't, like I felt like, is he gonna use me right now? Because like I was kind of getting blanks, and then like in those in between moments, I started praying in tongues at Bible study, and then that like and then after that, like, it would flow a little bit better. So I don't know, like, if that's, I don't know, like, I don't know if he wants me to, like, pray for everybody now. Like, I hope not, because that's gonna be embarrassing, because, like I'm saying, I cannot hold a very, like, I love to sing, don't get me wrong, that's a passion that I have, but I do not have the voice to back up that passion, unfortunately. But you know what, whatever the Lord does, like, if that's what he wants to do, then I'll flow with it. But yeah, no, but anyways, so what I was talking about though, so last night, my like I'm saying, me and my daughter were having kind of a rough moment, right? But the night before, she didn't sleep with me, but last night she came in my bed again, and she was sleeping and everything's normal, and I was sleeping, like, I fell asleep, and then all of a sudden something woke me up, and I think it was her, like, she moved, and she moved, and when she moved, she started like, her mouth was like she was saying something, right? So I look at her, and I'm like listening, because it's actually not abnormal for her to talk in her sleep. Like, that's something she does, but like, she was like mumbling kind of a little bit, but when I listened, like, actually stopped, like, woke up enough, she was praying in tongues. I had to like wake up, like, wake up. She was praying in tongues in her sleep. And I've heard of people doing that, which is amazing. I don't know if I pray in tongues when I'm asleep. I don't know. But like, it was, to me, it was really like crazy, because my kids have all received their prayer language, but they don't use it. Like, they don't pray in tongues on a regular basis. They've done it, like, I've taken them to revivals. So the first, when they received their prayer language, was when we first met Daniel Adams in the Supernatural Life, and his wife Heather. She prayed for my kids, and they all received their prayer language then. And then but after that, like, they didn't pray in tongues any after that again, except for we went to another revival with a different person, and then they prayed in tongues at that revival too. And I think my oldest son, but at this point it's been like a year, he prayed in tongues like at church or something. I can't remember. I have to, but he did it after like a revival. But I mean, up until now, no. Like, he hasn't, they haven't used their language again. So like, for her to be praying in tongues while she's sleeping, that was pretty shocking to me, because she doesn't pray in tongues. Like, so I was like shook. And it was like 1:20 something in the morning. So I looked at my phone, and then she just stopped. But it was like a good, like, she was like a good solid like 45 seconds to a minute of her praying in tongues. And I was just like literally shocked. Like, I was trying to, like, because I heard, like, she moved, she like rolled over a little bit, and she moved, and that's what woke me up. And so and then she started talking, and then when she started talking, I was like listening, because she sometimes says, like, she talks in her sleep, like, that's normal, she talks in her sleep. So I was just listening to what she was gonna say, but it didn't make sense, like, she wasn't forming words. And then when I listened, she was praying in tongues, and that's just crazy. Like, it was amazing. But it really made me happy, because like, it's like her spirit's fighting for her, like, and the Holy Spirit, like, while she's asleep. And because she's really going through some stuff right now, just like a lot. So I don't know, that just really encouraged me, because I don't know, like it was shocking, but it's like really good. Like, and I actually haven't told her yet, because I mean, she was sleepy. I had to work, so like, yeah, you know, I didn't want to tell her like as I'm getting them up to take them, drop them off with the sitter. Like, I'm gonna tell her right now. When after I get them, I'm gonna get them a pizza right now. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was pretty cool. So I wanted to share that with you, and then plus a little bit more. I was only gonna have like a 5-minute little thing, but like, yeah, I went all off on some other stuff, but I mean, related. It's related. So, but I think she's gonna be in shock. I'll let you guys know how she reacts to that. But like, I don't know. It is encouraging, like, to know her. She's her spirit and Holy Spirit is fighting for her even while she's sleeping. So that's pretty cool. And I want my kids to pray. I want them to, but I feel like everyone's different and they're young. But I want to encourage them to, like, I want them to get to that point like like I'm at, where I pray in tongues every single day. I want that for them, but they're still, we're still in process, like, and we're definitely on different process, me and my babies. But they do, like, it kind of like, when we started coming to church, like, they've been in church and stuff, like, it wasn't new, but I don't know, it's been a struggle with them, just because of where we live and all the things that they see and the people that hang around, because like I said, I live in the ghetto, so it's tough. But anyways, I gotta go, but yeah, I just want to share, so stay tuned.